Hello, this is Justin Davis, and this is Maddie, and we are with Pleasant Lake United Methodist Youth Group, and this is another episode of Simply Put. And a couple weeks ago, I remember John recalling back to the same verse that we're going to be talking about. It's right up here on the banner, and my friend Maddie here, she was really interested in this verse, and I wanted to discuss it tonight. So I'm going to have Maddie read this verse for you guys.
The king will reply, I tell you the truth. Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me.
And that is found in Matthew 25, verse 40. And Maddie, you were kind of curious on exactly what they were saying, weren't you?
Yeah.
We were discussing during our message. We actually had a whole different message, and after we got done with prayer, she saw this up there on the banner, and she began to ask me, what exactly does Jesus mean when he's saying that? And basically what I was telling her was, in life, in the situations that we are placed in, God gives us tests in order to, bring him joy and to bring ourselves joy as well. And I also summarized during the story how through this idea was that Jesus was explaining that it wasn't actually him that we were, giving this guidance, feeding the poor, visiting those in prison, and helping those who were sick. And although it wasn't actually the actual Jesus, but it was just regular normal people, what Jesus is trying to say is that it was through our service to those people that we were serving him. Okay? So when we do this kind of thing, when we serve him through feeding and helping others, it's not only helping them, but it's giving the Lord joy in how we present them. But we also need to understand that he also mentions in a verse couple down is that when we feel things that are on our heart and we don't do what Jesus is telling us to do, then we aren't serving the least of his brothers, but instead we're ignoring them, and we're ignoring the help that Jesus wants us to give them and deliver them. So whether where we do the food banks or we're doing this youth service right here, any form of religious service to God is a way of showing him that we love him. Okay? So as we said, whatever you did for the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me. So it's through the work that we do from others, through others, is how we are able to serve Jesus Christ, okay?
Oh.
Thank you. This is Simply Put. God bless.